Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, for a new use case where I describe a problem I had and how I solved it using the command line. So today my problem is I'm using tmuxp, which allow me to load one of these configuration file written in YAML. And if I do tmuxp load, for example, my config file arch.yaml here. So if I do load arch, automatically it will parse the arch configuration and open every shells I want to work on my project arch and every command line running in this shell. So for example, for this project, I think I have 3 shells running and a tmux session and other CLI running automatically, and it allows me to just begin to work on any project I want very quickly. The problem is when I want to load one of these files, I need to know the name of the file itself. If I don't, well, if I don't remember, I need to go in there in the directory and then try to find it and so on and so forth. What I really want to do is having automatically a nice menu like that with every project I have and I can load with tmuxp. And I want to fuzzy find what I want. So for example, if I want arch, I just have to type AR and then automatically arch is selected. If I want, I don't know, mouseless, I just have to write mouse or even less, it works. And you can see as well on the left there are numbers, and if I don't want to type anything and I see, oh, my project arch is in the second position, so I can do 2 and then it's automatically selected. And then if I hit enter when I've selected my project, it should automatically be loaded by tmuxp. So that's my problem. Now I solved it with 2 lines of bash code, and I will explain you how it works because I think it's quite interesting. So first of all, I use find like that, and when you use find with a directory, it will list every files which are in this directory. That's great, and from there it's already something I want. I want every file name, but without the complete path and without the extension .yaml. So if I want to format something which is output by find, I can use execdir. And after this option, whatever command I give, it will be executed each time find will find a file. So for example, if I do echo curly braces and a semicolon, as you can see, it will list every files as if I was in the directory I give to find. So what means those curly braces? Each time find will find a file, these curly braces will be replaced by the file found. So that's why you can echo every file which are found by the command find. This semicolon means I don't want to execute any other command afterwards. So it's mandatory, it needs I want to stop after echoing everything. So what I can do to get rid of this file path is to do base name. So if I do base name, for example, of this file path, I only have the file back and it's exactly what I want because I only want the file. I still have the extension, which is a problem, but at least I don't have the complete file path anymore. So to come back to our execdir, it means that I can do something like base name and then the file which is found, represented by those curly braces, and it works. but I still have a problem. I still have the extension .yaml, and I want to get rid of that as well. There is a clever solution for that. You can, instead of giving base name as command to execute each time find will find the file, you can use bash, which is a command as well. So you create a new sub-process of bash, -c, which means that everything which is given, every argument which is given to bash -c will be stored in variable named 0 for the first argument, 1 for the second argument, 2 for the third argument, and so on. Since this command, bash -c, is executed each time the command find will find the file, the argument given to bash -c will be always the first one, which is 0. So I can do base name. And why I'm doing all of that? Because when I'm running a new sub-process of bash, I can, and when I have this 0 variable, I can take what I want from this from the value of the variable, which is the file name. So I can do that. So just for you to understand, here I just give the $0 to base name, and it does, oh yeah, here I need single quote, here I need double quote, and as you can see it works. I have the base name, but I still have the extension, because I give, again, just to be sure you understand, I give this as argument to bash -c, and when you use bash -c, the first argument you give is stored in the variable 0. That's why I can call it like that. And since I have a variable now in my command, I can do something like that. So when you begin to use curly braces with variables in bash, it means that you want to truncate it, or at least you want to expand it. You want to modify the value of your variable. And here I want to take the value of the variable 0, and I want to truncate any suffix which begin by dot and which has any characters afterwards. This is a glob or a wildcard, which means every character. So I want the value of the variable 0. Percentage means I want to get rid of a suffix, what's at the end of the value, and I want to get rid of dot and any other characters afterwards. And if we do that, it works exactly like we want. We have now the name of every configuration files without the extension .yaml and without the file path. From there, we could sort them, because I want a nice alphabetical list, like that, and now everything is sorted, because I pipe the output of my all find command to sort. Now I can pipe it again to make the name unique, because imagine I have two file names which have different extensions, but which are identical. Unique can just delete every consecutive lines which are the same. And to show you that, I can do that, for example. So if I do hello, end of line, hello, end of line, bonjour, it will be displayed on new lines each time. And if I do unique, because the two strings hello are on two consecutive lines or adjacent lines, only one hello will appear. So it's what I want with my menu. I only want the config file once, and if I have two config files with different formatting, one JSON, one YAML, I don't want to see it two times. So we can try and it works. Next, I need to add a number at each line, displaying the line number. And for that, you can use the command nl. and bam, that's perfect. I have every line number. And then I can give that to FZF. And FZF is a fuzzy finder, which means that I have a menu now where I can fuzzy find whatever I want. Arch or consult or I don't know, mouseless, exactly as I showed you before. So let's say I want to open my project mouseless. I can hit enter. And as you can see, the output is 12 mouseless. But it's not really practical because what I want to run afterwards is simuxp load mouseless, but without the 12. Oops, without the 12. So I need to get rid of the 12 so I can pipe whatever output FZF, and I can cut the second column of my output, the columns being separated by spaces or white spaces, and I only want to keep the column 2, not the column 1. And if I do that, it works. It works exactly. I have my output mouseless. So from there, I could put all the output of all the piping I did into one variable. And to do that, I need to enclose everything with $parentheses, which tells Bash, hey, it's not a simple string of characters you need to put into the variable PRG. It's something you need to run, and and the output of this command needs to go into PRG, which is a bit different. So if I do that, and I choose mouseless, and then I echo PRG, I have the value I want. And from there, I can just do simuxp load PRG, and it works. So it's how, and I can show you here, for example. It's how I can simply open very quickly any project I want. And here it's a bit slow because I have my streaming software which take 100% of my CPU right now. Here we go. And I have everything I want open automatically. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you liked it. Please don't forget to subscribe and to like the video for the YouTube algorithm to just propose my videos to other people. I hope you have a great rest of your day.